We are standing here with Mr. Joel Williams, a horticulturist for the past 10 years, and today we are talking ornamentals, indoor plants, outdoor plants, and a mixture of both. Now he's going to delve into his craft and he's going to give us an idea as to some of the plants that he does and some of the practices that he put into his work. So Mr. Williams, can you just introduce yourself to the audience?
Okay. My name is Joel Williams. I'm the owner of Propagation Nursery and Garden. And here today I have quite a lot of plants in terms of ornamentals. We even do citrus. So we have things like ixoras, we have things like crotons, we have bougainvilleas, we have hibiscus. We have quite a wide range of ornamentals. Why I actually decided to get into horticulture, it's a passion I had. After TAMCC, I went on an internship in terms of I went in a nursery to work, and after I worked there for at least maybe about 8 years or so, and I realized that I gravitated to that industry pretty much so, and it was really nice to me. So I continue on that journey and continue doing that plants, continue doing horticulture. So in the morning when I come to the farm, I actually look around for plants that are dry, and also in terms of they need water. So the first thing I do, I actually water. So I get up, I go around and I water the plants. I don't water all the plants every day because there are plants that need more water than some. So I'm being kind of skeptical in how much water I give a particular plant. So I get up, I water the plants. I do quite a lot of weed control every day. I have that's a constant thing to do, weed control. Fertilizing ever so often, because I don't fertilize all the plants one time. So certain plants that I see that it has a need for fertilizer, I do that fertilizing. And then after, again, the kind of things I do quite a bit of propagation almost every day. In terms of cuttings, I do quite a lot of cuttings in terms of bougainvilleas and crotons and roses. I do quite a lot of cuttings. And after doing all those cuttings, I do put them in the propagation area to root out and all those things. So it take me, it's a long day. It's a long day, doing quite a lot. In terms of implementation of measures, I do quite a lot of in terms of fertilizing. So I do fertilizer application probably every 3 weeks or so, all based on the type of fertilizer. So I use Osmocotes. I use liquid fertilizer, things like 20-20-20. I use all those type of fertilizer. In terms of chemical application, it's a must, because I do get challenges with things like aphids. I have a lot of thrips. We have crickets. We have things like spider mites. So all those things you do have to use chemicals pretty often. You know, sometimes you're doing things and you have to be very creative with your craft. So I look at the area and realize it's a slanting area. So what I do, I utilize benches, so I could actually straighten the areas in order for me to get my plants on a level ground. So the benches help me a lot, and they're working so far. Yeah.
Explain to us or talk to us about the different plants that you have.
What I carry presently, we have things like roses. So roses is more of a outdoor plant, outdoor to semi-shade plants. So I have quite a lot of different varieties of roses, at least probably about 10 to 12 different types. Things like ixoras, we have different color ixoras. We have the red ixoras, we have the pink ixoras, we have the orange ixoras, we have the yellow ixoras. In terms of bougainvilleas, we do quite a lot of different bougainvilleas. I have at least probably about 20 to 25 different types of bougainvilleas, ranging from a wide range of colors, to red, to purple, to yellow. We have quite a lot of bougainvilleas. I do also do a wide range of cactuses. So we have quite a lot of cactuses in terms of we have quite a lot of mammalias. We have quite a lot of succulents.
Tell us about the economic benefits of this. Do you do this full time, and is it sustainable?
Yes, I do that full time. That's my job. So I spend all my time doing that. It's a lucrative business. in what I could say, because it sustained me and my family.
Let's just say there are people at home who are trying to get into this. What would be some advice that you would want to extend to them to ensure that they are successful in this?
What I could say, first of all, passion. So long as you have a passion for it and a love for it, you could continue. So in terms of persistent, you might be doing ornamentals and having just a few, but the persistency and the consistency, that will actually build you. So just continue doing what you're doing and make sure that you like it. Make sure you have the passion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you say is your best plant out of all of this?
Actually, I like orchids, but they all are my babies. I like orchids quite a lot. The reason for me liking orchids is because the flower tend to last longer than all the other plants. So you could have an orchid flowering for up to 6 months, up to 3 months. So I do like orchids a lot. Mm-hmm. But the other plants, I love them also.
Apart from the economic benefit or economic reason behind you doing this, what would be another personal reason you enjoy doing what you do?
It's something that helps me to sort of relax myself a bit. You tend to have a peace of mind when you're doing plants, because it could be a lonely thing. It could be something that you have to work for yourself for long periods of time, and it helps you to think. So it helps you to delve within your thinking, help to relieve stress. Plants could actually be a therapy. Just working with plants just by weeding and watering and maybe cutting back and fertilizing, that could actually be a therapy. So I do use that as a sort of self-motivation to help me to just relax myself a bit, get away from all the stresses of this world.
Okay. Any do you have plans of getting into any new plants going forward?
Definitely. On a daily basis, I actually look for new plants. That's what I gravitate to, because what I notice every day, somebody asks you, what new you have? Especially some of your customers, they'll ask you, what new you have? And every day I go around looking for new plants, looking to propagate things that I don't have and try to develop on them. So I actually looking for new plants, especially things like different type of cactuses. So you have things like the gymnocalciums that I want to get into. You have certain types of orchids that I like to get into. There are certain type of indoor plants that I like to get into. And some of them, sometimes they're not available on the island, so you have to source them outside of Grenada. So definitely. I actually have a customer that actually takes plants from me on a weekly basis. So I actually do farm and garden. So I have plants inside of farm and garden on a weekly basis. I do have some of the hotel chains that actually come and look for plants by me. So you have things like they come for indoor plants, and then some of my customers again is just normal residential persons that newly build their home. They're looking for those type of plants. You know, beautification without without plants around the house, they don't call it a home.
What the price range for your plants?
It varies on the particular plants. So we have things like exoras that will be around, let's say, $15 to $25. You have things like desert rose, might be $35 to $60. We have things like the cactuses ranges from $20 upwards. So you could get a cactus for $20. You could get one for $100. You could get for $150. So it varies on the types of plants, because it's a wide range of plants. And then indoor plants, we have some of the indoor plants that you'll get actually for $25, $30. Yeah, so it varies on the types of plants. Yeah.
Do you offer, like, to your customers, do you offer them advice as to how they should care for the plants and ensure that it doesn't die on them?
Yes, definitely. I actually get that request quite a lot, because a lot of customers, they'll come and they are new to plants. So some people just get into plants and they're trying to know, like, how does that plant work? What areas that they have to put that plant in? Maybe the amount of water you give it, how often they fertilize, and all those things, and maybe even things like how to repot it. So they'll take it from the pots that I have and put it into a new pot. You may have to show them all that.
We were speaking there with Mr. Joel Williams, a horticulturist for over 10 years. Horticulture is an important part of Grenada's agricultural sector. Mr. Williams can be found at Gouyvave Estate, St. John, or you can contact him on phone number
537-9450 or 417-8735.